You know, there's no high level of rugby than British Lions. Most difficult tour you can go on. Most difficult rugby you're going to play, and certainly the hardest experience in rugby you're gonna face. And you know, it's really looking forward to that. To be honest, you know, I think as a player you've got to thrive on pressure, and there's no bigger pressure than this. It's going to be tough. We know that we're going into the backyard of the world champions, a very good side, very physical side, very quick and clever side in the way they play, very structurally sound. But we've got to be, again, full of confidence. We need to approach this game as we would any other international, full of confidence and knowing that we've got the squad and the team that's able to beat them. And if we can do that, then I certainly think that we're more than capable of winning the series. Yeah, well, I'm wanting to at the moment do some high altitude training. It's very difficult, really, obviously living in Wales. But yeah, I just want to make sure that you know, that my lungs don't burn and burst when I'm over there, and I just want to make sure I'm physically prepared, and my fitness is as a high standard as it possibly can, because the rugby out there is going to be tough, not only physically but demanding on the lungs and the legs. But you know, I enjoy playing in South Africa. I think the altitude suits me. I think the grounds, the tough grounds, are almost like running tracks when you're playing. Suits me, and I'm looking forward to go out there 100% fit. Before a game, my psychological approach is I'm very confident within myself. I go into every game I play with a vision really of how I want to play, what I want to do on the field, and it's always positive. You know, in my mind, I'm always beating players in attack. I'm always tackling players in defence, and I'm always winning the game at 80 minutes. And you know, a lot of games these days are won, you know, mentally. You know, so it's a game these days that you know, physically you've got to be on top of your game, but people don't realise as well that mental toughness is a big part of it as well. And psychologically, if you're not ready, you know, you're going to lose games. So you've got to go into games full of confidence, and that's what I do. I just assume that every game I play that I'm going to win. It doesn't always work like that, unfortunately, but you know, you've really got to go in with full confidence. I suppose the pressures of playing for a club compared to country do differ a little bit. There's a little bit more pressure on you when you are playing for Wales. You know, you haven't only got the Swansea and Neath region on your back wanting you to do well. You know, you've got the millions and millions of mad, as we call them, mad taffs behind you wanting you to do well. And you're always under pressure as a Welsh player, international level. Wales always expects, you know, come from a village that I obviously used to support Wales as a youngster. You know, I used to get angry when we used to lose, even if we lost against a better team. That's the kind of people we are in Wales. We always expect to win, and they don't mind telling you that either. So you're always under pressure in Wales. But I think being Welsh, I've kind of learned to handle that, and kind of like taking it on the chin, and hopefully it means, you know, it's made us a better player. I just make sure that I'm full of confidence going into games. I visualise doing well in a game. I visualise beating players. I visualise scoring tries, and I visualise, you know, what it'll feel like to win the game. And like I say, a lot goes on in this head, and you know, what I want to make sure before I play the game that I'm mentally prepared and confident. I think confidence is a massive word in rugby. You've got to go into these games full of confidence, thinking and believing you can win the game, and if you can do that, you're halfway there. I think when you do get injured, it is mentally quite tough to get back sometimes, especially when you get long-term injuries, you know. But what you've got to realise is that you will get back. There's no point rushing an injury. You'll only make it worse. And there's plenty of time to play rugby. You know, what I found difficult when I used to get injuries is that I felt that it'd be difficult for me to get back in the side, that I wouldn't be the same player, and I'd try and rush back, and you know, that was a silly approach really. You just got to be confident within yourself, let the injury take its toll, get back, have your rehabilitation, and you'll come back a stronger player. So it's all just having confidence in yourself when you come back. It is you know, it's easier said than done, I suppose. You know, I've been there and done that, but it is really what you have to do. Everyone in the world loses form. There's not one sportsman in the world that's on top of his game, you know, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It does happen to the best of people, and you know, you've really got to bide the time. You know, your form will come back. You know, you will still get on the press head-ins again, and you start enjoying it again. But I think the important thing is to never not enjoy it. You know, never try too hard. If it's meant to be, it'll be. And you know, I've certainly had my ups and downs in my career. I've had injuries, I've had non-selection, I've lost some form, I've on top form. It does happen. It happens to everyone in the world, and you've just got to let the time take its toll, I suppose. Yeah, the reason we stood down the haka was you know, wasn't out of disrespect for the All Blacks. Before the game, we spoke to Warren Gatland. Obviously, he's from New Zealand, and he said the whole point of standing there for the haka is to give respect, you know, to the opposite tribe. So what we said before the game was, no matter what happened, we'd stand our ground until the All Blacks walked away.